Greetings, men and women of the interweb. Today we will talk about a topic, the knowledge of which will greatly affect your doability. After all, who would want to be with a spouse who doesn't know which of those two iconic ducks to select for his or her apocalyptic homestead? What are the differences they have? And what is the edge of one versus the other? Let us discover. Muscovy ducks are technically not ducks. The duck in their name is used with quite a bit of artistic license, as they are the only duck breed which doesn't descend from the mallard. This is why they have striking differences to all the other duck breeds, the representative of which today is the Pekin duck, the most commonly raised duck for delicious meat today. The Muscovy duck, for instance, henceforth known as the impostor duck, is some kind of duck wannabe from South America, of all places. And check this out, has claws on its webbed feet and can roost on poles like a chicken to sleep at night. I mean, I don't know what god of chaos made a duck with claws on its feet, but here it is. However, those are trivial differences on our beloved practical level. So let us explore the more important ones, which will make you make the right choice and look like a boss in your homestead. Both the Pekin and impostor duck are mainly raised for their meat, which is in both cases of extreme quality, but as similar as your mom and dad. They made you, but that's about it. Other than that, they're both special in their own different way, much like Daddy Muscovy and Mommy Pekin. The Mommy Pekin meat is tender and succulent, and with lots of tasty fat to store that grass-fed delicious flavor. However, the Daddy Muscovy meat is lean and very red, the reddest of all poultry meats, as far as I know, with an amazing gamey flavor, kind of resembling beef. Now, if you want to know which one I do prefer, I will just give you a hint. I do like bacon. After all, when both types of meat are top of the heap nutritionally and flavor-wise, it all boils down to whether you are a carbohydrate-munching pleb or a ketogenic master race type of person. However, for those of you who want to increase the fat content of your Muscovy duck and thus redeem your nutritional propaganda-ridden self, you can always cook in butter. And there, that fixes this problem. Now, these are big birds, and when I say big, I mean the way your dad seemed when you were 5 type of big. They grow like mushrooms, shockingly fast in fact, which becomes comically obvious when you try to raise them together with chickens hatched in the same day. The ducklings will be 3 to 4 times bigger within a week, consume feed amounts that you didn't think possible, and be robust and healthy from the first moment they see the light of day, in contrast to the frail and weak little chicks. As a matter of fact, it is a testament to mankind's stupidity that we're raising the dry and tasteless chicken to eat so much more than the far tastier and healthier duck. But I digress. Both the Pekin and impostor ducks will reach the 4-kilogram mark in approximately 7 weeks. That is the time to butcher them, bag them and throw them into the freezer, unless you're a very rich and strong person who likes to pay for and then carry big bags of feed daily to keep his or her pet dinosaurs satisfied. You see, from this point on, their feed consumption becomes crazier than cat ladies, and the females of both breeds will not grow beyond the 4-kilogram mark but the males will. The Pekin reaching up to 4.5 kilograms and the impostor becoming a 6-kilogram mass of duck steak on feet. If you toss that dummy hard enough into the sky, he will enter orbit. I mean, I would be calling him a fat c*** if it wasn't for his meat being so bloody lean. Both the Pekin and impostor ducks ovulate, but the patterns are quite different. You see, the Pekin will be making around 180 eggs a year, with some internet sages claiming it goes up to 200, but I don't believe them. But the Muscovy will make around 60 eggs. Still, if you want ducks purely or mostly for the eggs, you should probably choose an egg-laying duck breed, such as the funny Indian runner or the excellent Khaki Campbell, which make only slightly more eggs, but eat like normal animal beings, so you can keep about twice as many compared to the Pekin source. But I'm assuming that you want a duck that does it all, and that's the Pekin. So what's the deal with eggs? Obviously, the egg production per year influences the number of ducklings you can produce by keeping one single mother all year round. And let me remind you, there is a cost attached to that. In that sense, the Pekin duck has a clear edge, but there is a big but here, and it's not mine. You see, the Pekin duck, and any of the true duck breeds for that matter, is an impressively lousy sitter and an even lousier mother. Even if she accidentally manages to hatch anything, she will care for it as much as I care for what's happening in the NFL. The Muscovy, though, is a single best sitter of all poultry species, and the most caring mother as well. She will hatch every single egg she has underneath her, in a nest that she will make look like a masterpiece, and will then care for the ducklings in a way that is just beautiful to behold. Hell, she will even hatch eggs that are not hers, which certain chickens will try to sneak in her nest when she gets up to have a drink or grab a bite. So, if you have an incubator and are willing to bother with its operation, including failure rates and electricity consumption, the Pekin duck may be a better choice for you. If you want a low-tech solution to your duck reproduction problem, then the Muscovy pretty much takes care of everything and delivers perfect results every single time without you lifting a finger. Have you ever seen a duck flying over a 1.5-meter high fence? Yeah, me neither. But that is only because the Muscovy is not really a duck, because I have seen my Muscovy do that once. Muscovies fly vigorously and high. Well, at least the female ones, because the male slobs are too heavy to fly, and it's quite funny to see them try. And they, the female ones, have been reported to even fly over a fence as high as 2 meters in the glorious world of the internet. Having seen the flight of mine, I actually do believe it. Regardless, mine never ever actually escaped, even though the fence is, at some part of the place where I keep them, as low as 1 meter. They may only escape if you don't cover their needs, and they get fed up with it and decide that the grass is, metaphorically, greener on the other side of the fence. I provide them with water, feed, plenty of grazing area, and a kiddie pool for them to swim in, and wash off all the shit from when the dummies sleep underneath the chicken roosts, and they are the happiest ducks in the whole universe. So they'll never even try to escape, because they are very content creatures with their daily routine. Pekin ducks, however, cannot really fly. Their wings at this point are as decorative as the ones on Asterix's helmet, so a fence 0.5 meter tall, and those suckers are going nowhere. So here it is, the make or break moment for each and every one of you. Are you deaf? Do you keep the ducks away from your residence so that it doesn't matter how loud they are? Are you a masochist? If the answer to any of the above is yes, then you can proceed to getting the Pekin ducks and enrich the world with the loudest, most constant quacks possible. On the other hand, if you like things like peace and quiet, and especially if your duck coop is very near your home, then maybe, just maybe, you will prefer the almost completely silent Muscovy. It is amazing. Geese are loud, all duck breeds are loud, but the Muscovy, being once again its own species, is quiet. So now you can make an informed decision on raising one duck breed or the other. Your food supply is now obvious, your spouse secured, and you are not as bad a person as you were in the beginning of this video. Not too shabby.